Good evening, and welcome to the news. Tonight, we have a special investigative report where we catch up with South Carolina Senator Jeremiah Jacobson and New York Congressman Steve Nakhleh to get the full story on global warming. What do you believe is the cause of global warming?
Batman, Oprah, cows actually. Cows.
Well, humans. Global warming is, the main drive of it is by humans. Skeptics will say that it happens naturally, but since the Industrial Revolution, CO2 levels have gone up dramatically in a very short period of time. It is driven by humans.
Do you believe in human cause of global warming?
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Do you try to live a greener lifestyle?
Personally, I do try to live a greener lifestyle. Just the little things that you can do, such as light bulbs and driving less and just using more energy efficient appliances.
Most of the scientific community believes in global warming. Why don't you agree?
I think all those darn marijuana smoking scientists need to reevaluate their data, come up with a real study.
I know there are skeptics out there, but how do you respond to them?
Well, there are a lot of skeptics out there. They're not a very big minority at this moment, but they're definitely out there. They're definitely very vocal, and they say that global warming is not happening. They say it's a myth. They say it's driven by the media and science. And I personally respond to them by saying there's 97% of the scientific community supports global warming. A, that it's caused by humans, and B, that it's actually happening. There's overwhelming evidence that it is happening, and there's really not much more they can say. I think at this point it's just convincing people that it is a problem and that something needs to happen about it now. It's not like a problem that we can deal with later. It's something that we need to be focused on now. I think the general public generally accepts it as fact, but again, there's a very, not as small, but definitely a very vocal minority out there who are against this, what they think is a myth. And I respond by saying it is not a myth. It's happening. It's the truth.
Study shows that global temperatures have risen 1 degree Celsius in the past century. How do you respond?
Well, actually, I brought some of the data with me. My son's kindergarten did a study. It's actually pretty cool. Cow farts actually cause global warming. They all fart, you see, and they release all this methane, and then you see a picture here. That's the earth on fire. That's global warming. It's bad. Eat more chicken.
Explain the gridlock in Congress, like why there's no legislation.
Well, in Congress, it is very difficult for anything to get done nowadays. And people are very unhappy about that. That's a result of different parties controlling the different houses. It's very difficult for people when they're so strongly divided on certain issues to get them to sit down and really kind of talk about other issues that they're also probably going to be divided about. So we are trying to work through it, but right now there is not a lot of compromise going on. I think the American people see that and they do not like it, and really in terms of anything. But in an issue such as climate change, this gridlock, it is preventing a lot from happening. And again, I think people see climate change as an issue to be addressed when everything is ideal, but again, pretty soon it's going to be we're getting close to midnight in that regard, and pretty soon it's going to be almost too late, and I think we need to act now. And this gridlock is it's making it very difficult, but hopefully Congress is going to be able to work through it. We are trying to compromise, but at the moment, it's we're just trying to work through it.